Good afternoon from the Universal Orlando parking garage. We are headed in today because number one, we haven't been here in a little bit. Number two, they've started setting up for Halloween Horror Nights. We gotta check on the Mummy, see if there's any progress on that. There's some random stages being set up around the park that I wanted to look at. Shrek's got a new meet and greet, and who knows what other stuff we'll find. So let's head inside and see what we can see at Universal Studios Florida. As we were getting into City Walk, I did want to point out the sign is still gone that said welcome to Universal Orlando. I believe it's probably not coming back. Then I'm guessing that it is true what they were saying is that they got rid of it to get rid of the bottlenecks here caused by people stopping to take a photo in front of the sign. As we are pulling up to the gates of Universal Studios Florida, we do have some lighting trusses out here, but I feel like the lighting trusses out here are way too early for Halloween Horror Nights, right? Because I feel like they could just throw these up, put some lights on them maybe like a week or so before the event. So these have to be for something else. It's Monday, July 18th, and it looks like it's gonna be a really busy day here at Universal Studios. All right, we're headed in. Still have no update on what's happening with Shrek 4D or what's happening with Monsters Cafe. Oh my goodness, 130-minute wait for Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. Yeah. Definitely a busy day here. And 130-minute wait first thing in the morning on a Monday morning kind of gives you the idea as to maybe they will be exploring Minions a little bit further across the way here at the Shrek 4D Theater. So right across from the Shrek 4D Theater is the old Monsters Cafe, and they have taken down the signage for Monsters Cafe. They've bumped this wall out a little bit, and I like that they kind of made it look like the Minions put up the wall with the way that they added in these extra pieces of wood. Shrek, his entire meet and greet is coming down right now, and they did move his meet and greet, and we're gonna explore that a little bit later in this video. But yeah, it looks like they are demolishing the whole thing over here. Yeah, like I said, Music Plaza has all kinds of stuff going up as if there's gonna be a very big concert happening. And the weird thing about that is we don't know what concert it's gonna be. Like, we know that Maroon 5 is gonna be playing at Universal for a special event on August 26th, but like, would they be setting up this early for that? Because today is July 18th, so more than a month out. Setting up for Maroon 5? I don't know. Strange. Also, these like barricades are very far away from the stage, so I don't have like an incredible zoom lens, but I feel like I can get somewhat close to this guy's shirt. I don't know. Can you guys make out what it says on his shirt? Still a little bit more demolition happening here around Monsters Cafe. Nothing too intense though. On this side at least. Marilyn and the Diamond Bellas are out here performing in front of Macy's. But we're gonna head into the Tribute Store because they've been doing something interesting at the exit of the Tribute Store. Oh, right when we first walk in, it seems like either people have been ripping up the Tribute Theater ticket stubs or they've been removing them. Kind of feeling like people have been ripping them up though. Not seeing any real differences in the rooms of the Tribute Store though. This is kind of cool. I guess there is a brand called the Hundreds. That's like a skate lifestyle brand. And they made an actual skateboard deck that is Biff's hoverboard. 125 bucks. And you have to provide your own skates and wheels for it. But you can see up there, that is the replica of Biff's hoverboard. So as we were heading out of the Tribute Store, over here on the cutting table, they have been slowly adding things to this table. Little clues talking about the Tribute Theater throughout the years. You can see 1982, all kinds of different things. 1927 through 28, 1979, Tragedy, Despair, Have to Dig Deeper, 1943. Like a lot of tragedies surrounding this theater. Even this one, 1885, the grand opening of it. Ooh. Mysterious occurrences linked to poison concessions. Interesting. So people all across the community are speculating as to why they've been adding these little clues in here at the end of the Tribute Store. So I want to throw my speculation in there. I feel like maybe what they're doing is they're putting a backstory to the Tribute Theater so that they can bring back kind of the scary haunted version of it for Halloween Horror Nights, which would be the next Tribute Store to open in this space. So the way the Tribute Store works is every season there's a different version of it. They got the entire thing, rethemed the 3 rooms to something like Halloween, Mardi Gras. This one is just happens to be summer and movie theater type stuff, Christmas. They just do it to whatever season is happening at the time. And the next season coming up is Halloween. And there are things on that table that point towards Halloween Horror Nights. So I don't know, I'm feeling this. I'm thinking that it's probably clues as to the backstory of the Halloween Horror Nights tribute store, the Halloween tribute store that will take up this space the Halloween season. And the things that I say that are pointing towards Halloween Horror Nights are things like this. Amazon Cannibals from Planet Hell, Pumpkin Guts, Beast Baby, and these are all fake movie posters from fake movies that were in the Halloween Horror Nights house, Slaughter Cinema. So that's what leads me to believe that this is pointing towards what's gonna happen in the tribute store for Halloween Horror Nights. Like we're getting a haunted version of this theater. So as we head a little bit further into New York, I did want to point out these walls are still up around the side alleys. The two alleys are both behind walls. Mummy is not behind walls anymore. We do have a date of late summer for its reopening, but it is looking promising. Yeah, and you can tell they redid all the concrete out in front of it, but we still have bags or black visqueen covering the windows leading into the Mummy. So we still do not know when it's gonna open other than just late summer. Here's an interesting thing that's happening right now. And I don't even know if the camera will pick this up, but they are still showing the videos on the monitors inside. I can still see that. Can you guys see that in there? So that kind of explains it. Back there is the Blues Brothers stage. They have moved out to a temporary stage out here. So this little stage here is for the Blues Brothers show. So as the Blues Brothers show is happening out here, we're gonna head into Sahara Traders, which is the gift shop at the end of the Mummy, which for a while was a Universal Classic Monsters store. And you can see they still have stuff in here from Universal Classic Monsters, but there has been a slight change. So you can see they've got a sign up over here that says, please pardon our dust and appearance while we add a new exhibit for your enjoyment. Oh.
Great gypsy, and I can see your fortune. Come see it too, no?
No, thank you. If you can tell me when the Mummy is gonna open, that would be nice. But it says, thank you, museum management. And there's some stuff here on the ground for the Museum of Antiquities, Sahara Traders. Upcoming exhibits, ooh. What are the upcoming exhibits? Oh, okay. So pretty much, oh, Transylvanian artifacts and lore. Oh no. So before this entire area down here was covered with merch and displays. There was an entire like old-timey hearse like this, you know? Like a carriage type hearse. And now it's gone. And these stairs are open. Like this, it's not stairs, it's a ramp. This ramp is open, and they kind of have things set up like displayed on the way down the ramp. So that would fit the theme of the Mummy, coming out of the Mummy and going into like a museum of antiquities and seeing the displays as you're coming down the ramp. The other thing is there used to be a desk here where you would buy your photo from the Mummy. That desk is gone. They haven't put it back yet. So I'm wondering, are they getting rid of the on-ride photo, or like maybe they're gonna add it so that it just goes straight into your Universal app? You never know. I'm excited to see when this ride opens and what's changed, what's been kept. Like if it's just a refurbishment, or if they've like changed things about the ride. We'll see. They've definitely changed the gift shop. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here, but there is a letter on this desk over here that kind of talks about how they're offloading artifacts to this museum, I'm guessing. But I like how they say like, I can give you a few more items in the future. So as we're walking through the New York section, of course, we love to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. So I feel like some of this stuff might be for the Blues Brothers show to happen at night, but it gets dark so late here. I don't know why you would still need lights pointing at a stage that's gonna be in the daylight most of the time. Like I don't think they're gonna be showing a Blues Brothers show at 9 o'clock at night. So I'm feeling like maybe these lights up here and like this one over here are for Halloween Horror Nights. Because as you guys know, one of the very first things that they do for Halloween Horror Nights is they start to set up lighting around the different areas for scare zones. Oh yeah, I feel like this extension cord across this alleyway is one of the telltale signs of Halloween Horror Nights. Plus also, like some of the lighting over here, it looks very temporary, right? Feeling pretty good about this. Like I know that it's been a week or two since I've been out here to see what kind of progress there is, but these lights are definitely just kind of like hanging off of a bar that's hung over the edge of the building here. These over here are on a lift and then hung on a bar. These are hung off of a bar. These down here are hung off of a bar. Now granted, they could just be temporary for lighting the walkways at night. It might not be for Halloween Horror Nights, but it's fun to imagine that they are, right? Oh, there's a guy, he's like praising the mummy. Look at this. I love these mummy characters out on the stilts. They have such good like interaction. I just walked up to him, I was like, can I please take a photo of you? And he was like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it now. Okay, bye. So this little alley back here is called Sting Alley. And there are certain things that are down here that I don't come down this alley very often, but like, I feel like I haven't seen some of them. Like take, for example, this sign over here that says Coney Island Arcade. Looks like it's been here forever, but also feels kind of new, right? I feel like I need to pay more attention because like, have these Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey signs always been back here? And there definitely are temporary lights out here, for sure. And who knows, this, sometimes people rent out Universal Studios to do commercials and things like that. And sometimes Universal does commercials back here. So you never know. Man, there's just so many things back here that are interesting. And I gotta look back at like old videos to see if they've been here the whole time. Kind of weirded out by this. I feel like this is like an art drop or something that somebody left here. But it looks like makeup or goo or slime or something. Do people do slime drops? Is that a thing? You gonna do a quick slime drop? Looking back at old photos of this area, some of these posters have changed. There's not anything new. These have been here for a little bit of time, but it's just my first time seeing them. And it's just because like sometimes when I'm on the look for Halloween Horror Nights stuff, I'm paying closer attention than I have before. Sing it. Sounds like they're getting ready to sing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego. Definitely a busy day. Transformers down here is a 90-minute wait. I feel like it's interesting overhearing people that like you overlook things. Like somebody just walked by and goes, that's a lot of baby strollers. And like I never really thought about it, but yeah, I guess there are kind of just like a lot of baby strollers here out in front of the Transformers ride. See, I feel like looking at lighting for Halloween Horror Nights queues is probably kind of like a moot point because there's nothing really going on this road right now. This is Vine, or this is Hollywood, but they still have lights up around the outside of it. But there are some things around the parks that you can pretty much guarantee are for Halloween Horror Nights. Like as we head into Central Park, these lighting towers, pretty much guarantee these are for Halloween Horror Nights. So it is July 18th and Halloween Horror Nights doesn't start until September 2nd. But with some of these scare zones, they have to start the theming and the lighting right now because they put the lighting rigs up and then they'll put theming in front of it so they can't get to the lighting rigs anymore to do major work. They can do adjustment work, but they can't do major work to them. Because you can see they have to install these bases using forklifts. So, well, I don't know how they do it without trampling all of the like plants and everything, but they set up the towers and then they put these giant weights on them so that they don't blow over. And then they install the lighting up there, and then they're gonna put different things in front of it, maybe stuff hanging from the trees. We don't know what this scare zone is going to be, but we usually have stuff hanging from the trees. We got things out in front of the lighting rigs. Speakers will be installed. Lots of work to do. Also, it's very typical for them to put something in this little grassy patch over here. So right now we don't have anything, but they probably will be something in the next coming month or so. It is neat that they already have them positioned where they want them to be. Like you've got one pointed almost straight down right here and one pointed across the way. And this is typically a spot where they will have one of the scares for this scare zone. So it's neat. They probably just have some sort of like schematic or something that they look at and then they know where they go. So after we've made it through Central Park, we dead end into Animal Actors and we're gonna go head towards Kids Zone because that is where the new Shrek meet and greet is. So you'll pass by SpongeBob SquarePants, E.T. Adventure is on the side over here, Fivel's Playland, Woody's Nut House Coaster. We're headed back all the way to the back. There are meet and greets, like here's Patrick in here. I guess they're waiting for people because there is a line. Oh, there we go, there's some people just showed up. Meeting Patrick Star. So over here near E.T. Adventure, there is a stage, and on the stage there's a sign that says now open DreamWorks Destination, an all new meet and greet experience And Shrek's meet and greet is not inside of there, but just outside of it. So you can see back here, DreamWorks Destination. That is a meet and greet where you'll be able to meet a bunch of different DreamWorks characters. And we have a bunch of videos from there, or at least 2 videos from there. And we'll put a link to those in the description down below. A lot of fun. It's like a big dance party. And then over here is Woody's Nut House coaster. And we have done that before. Jackson's actually ridden this roller coaster. We'll put a link to that video in the description down below. But if we turn to our left, this is what we're looking for. Shrek's Swamp Meet. So that's where we're headed to. I don't know when Shrek is gonna come out, but this is where we would meet him, right here. Oh, and they have Donkey and everything too. So this is a full out Shrek meet and greet where you can meet Shrek and Fiona and Donkey. Now there's a sign out front that says Shrek Swamp Meet, and I don't know what the sign underneath says. Do you guys know? Leave me a comment down below that tells me what you think this sign says. So while we're kind of hanging out right here, I'm gonna check the app, the Universal app, and see if it tells me when Shrek is gonna come out. Strange, it says on the app 10:10 to 1 p.m. or 1:40 to 4 p.m. So like it's 12:02 right now, so I'm wondering, are they gonna come back out soon? Look, it's Gabby. How's it going, Gabby? I've heard Gabby's theme song hundreds of times. Well, because it just plays on the radio all the time, the station that we listen to. But I have to admit, I've never seen Gabby's Dollhouse. I'm sorry. It's all about cats though, right? You love cats. Yeah, I like it. Very cool. Can we take a photo together? So random because, yeah, Jackson has a playlist that he listens to on Spotify, and Gabby's Dollhouse, the theme song for it, comes on all the time. And I have no idea what the show's about, but I know that we're hanging with Gabby in her dollhouse. So I did just ask, and they said that Shrek will be back out at 12:10. So we've got about 2 more minutes, and then Shrek's gonna come out. So we're gonna meet Shrek. The donkey's making farting noises. Ooh. Donkey's just in there farting. Oh, there's Fiona.
I begin to open up. What you look there?
There's Shrek.
Well, I don't know. Oh, Shrek, you feel 10 pounds lighter? Oh, yeah, that's good. I mean, at least he's using the toilet this time, Gil. He's for shame.
Nobody had to use the outhouse because it is out of commission for 2 hours.
Outhouse is out of order. Thanks to Shrek. You still got it, Shrek. You still got it.
Oh, we're gonna meet them now.
Oh, thank you. That's
Hello. How's it going? I'm doing fantastic. Good morning. Is it still morning?
Is it morning?
It's afternoon
It's
now.
morning somewhere.
It is morning somewhere.
Say, there it is.
That's true. And you know, speaking of morning, you and me, Donkey, we have something in common.
What do we have in common?
Waffles.
Oh, yeah, waffles are the best. You know,
Waffles
I'm hippie.
are fantastic.
Do you know the best part of the waffle is?
The whole
It's the
thing.
W.
The
Without the
W?
W will just be awful.
Oh, I like that. That is good. I'm gonna start using that in my repertoire of things that I say all the time.
Oh, you hear that, Shrek? He's a repertoire.
I know.
Oh, Fiona,
I say
Fiona.
things like Zooey
So
and
wait.
Zooey.
I thought it said
Suey.
Suey too.
Just-
Say Suey. Not the
Zooey.
3 little pigs then.
I actually just lied. I never say that. I just thought I should have a repertoire, and I didn't have anything at the top of my head. So the first thing that came out was that. And I feel like it was bad.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in
You got
progress.
this.
It is. Is it okay if we take a photo together?
Absolutely. We take a photo. I mean, you got quite a setup there.
I know. I'm gonna use the phone though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I love a good meet and greet like that, where you can actually interact with the characters, like talk with Donkey, talk with Fiona, interact with Shrek. It was good. Like some of the photos turned out really fun that we took with all 3 of them. We'll put in a few right here. Camera noise, camera noise, camera noise, camera noise, camera noise. Heading into Springfield, and I will say I know it's a very busy day because at 12:30 in the afternoon, there is a line out the door for Fast Food Boulevard, which is the kind of cafeteria area here in Springfield. Here's a quick little hack for you if you're looking for just like a water or a soda. Pull off to one of these side areas. Look at this. They've got a whole refrigerator full of drinks. No line. Just making our way around the rest of the park. Nothing really going on back here by Men in Black. But we are gonna go over to the old Fear Factor stage, see if we can see any hint of anything happening for the show for Halloween Horror Nights. You know, honestly, I'm kind of surprised they don't sell black suits inside the Men in Black gift shop. I know they probably wouldn't sell very many. How long is this guy's arm? Look at that thing. Holy cow. I know they wouldn't sell very many black suits, but like, I feel like they should, right? It'd be kind of fun. So in years past, we would come over here to Men in Black and look through these bushes over here, see if we'd see any hint of work that they were doing on one of the tents back there. But we know now that there is not a Halloween Horror Nights tent back there. And what we've theorized is that it caused too much of a traffic jam when the show would let out and the people coming in and out of the house back here. So they moved the location over to Fast and Furious. Any hint of a sign for Fear Factor Live has been removed, but the poles are still here to support any sort of signage that they put up for a Halloween Horror Nights show. So looking up, I have not spent enough time looking at the lighting rigs and truss work here inside the Fear Factor stage to know if there's anything new. So I'm just kind of referring to what I've seen on the internet. People have reported that there is new lighting truss work gone up here for the Halloween Horror Nights show. So yeah, there is new truss work, new lights. So they are preparing for a show here during Halloween Horror Nights. As we head towards the London waterfront, we do have some lighting towers starting to go up over here too. So even though there are lighting towers here in front of the London waterfront, there is nothing Halloween Horror Nights that happens in the London area or in Diagon Alley. These are just used for like ambient lighting, kind of give like fun designs for gobos on the ground, kind of like maybe cast like a purpley or an orange light on these buildings. Give it a little spooky atmosphere. Nothing truly spooky going on back here. The fun thing about Diagon Alley during Halloween Horror Nights is it is open. So you could come back here and ride Gringotts with a very, very low wait, because most people are not going back into Diagon Alley. They're out here to be scared at Halloween Horror Nights, going through the scary sections of the park, rather than Diagon Alley, which doesn't have anything Halloween Horror Nights happening in it. It's just normal. It's just like nighttime in Diagon Alley back there. Here is kind of like a blue sky idea for me, or like a hope for me. As we scan around Pier 41 right here, you can see there is a lighting tower back there. So there isn't anything that happens for Halloween Horror Nights back here, but it is a seating area. So a lighting tower tells me that the seating area is going to be open at night. One thing that Universal has been doing is they've been having food trucks or like food events. And one of the locations for those food events is right here at the front of this Pier 41 area. So I'm hoping they have like a Halloween Horror Nights food truck back here, and you can get some food during Halloween Horror Nights and then kind of hang out back here and eat it. That would be awesome. Some like spooky themed savory item, not just desserts, like a full out delicious food item. And last year they did step up their food game, but I'm really hoping for like all out, almost like a food festival, but Halloween themed, just like an added layer to Halloween Horror Nights, kind of suck up some of the crowd that's not in the scare zone or in a haunted house or something like that. They should be over here eating food. Now, as we head into San Francisco, we know for a fact that this will be a scare zone, because it usually is, it always is. And we've got some lighting towers out over here, so these will definitely be for Halloween Horror Nights. There is a construction mall here in the middle of San Francisco. We can kind of see inside, they're doing some work to the pavement in there. Kind of just like redoing it, making it nice. There had been like a box here for a long time. And so I think they finally removed that box and started making the repairs necessary. So I think that we are definitely gonna be coming back more and more often, because we're gonna be starting to be on the lookout for large set pieces now that we're starting to get lighting throughout all of these different areas. The beat builders back there putting on the show. But like I said before, Fast and Furious Supercharged is the location of one of our Halloween Horror Nights tents, we believe. And I'll show you why we believe that. So there's no signage or anything, but as we head into the regular line, there's just a fence here, and then there's a tent back there that hasn't been there before. So we're assuming this is a Halloween Horror Nights tent. It'll be interesting to see if Fast and Furious is open during the event, because this entrance right here is the standby entrance, but I think the actual entrance to the scare zone, or to the Halloween Horror Nights house, will be through this gate right here. Possibly. I have no inside information. I'm just guessing at this point. Oh, we just missed the beat builders. They're all done now. This is the host, and he's just like running around all over the place. Whoa. right, we made it back up to the front of the park. Before we leave, I'm gonna stop into the Universal Studios store, see if there's anything interesting happening in there. They have the Minion popcorn buckets. They've got the car and the float. So there's something about this one's eyes. Like I guess its eyes move. And it's a little minion on a float. And this one is $25 and you get your first refill free. What does it say? It says, welcome to Minions Beach. And then it says Minion Summer. I like that he has two different color eyes. That's cool. Yeah, it's a cool little popcorn bucket. And this one we showed the last time that we were here. Another cool popcorn bucket. All right, so there you have it. That was our trip out to Universal Studios, Florida to just kind of go around, see what was new, kind of ask some questions really, like what's going on the stage? What's happening at the end of the tribute store? Is this lighting for Halloween Horror Nights? Lots and lots of questions. We will hopefully get some answers to those as time progresses, as we get close to Halloween Horror Nights and as we get closer to maybe Maroon 5. Lots of stuff going on. Also, we got to meet Shrek. And like I said, I really enjoy those type of meet and greets where you have such good interactions with the characters. Do wish that I had a repertoire of like phrases that I said. I know I say phenomenal a lot, but like, I want something cooler, right? Something hipper. I know I say now it's time to pay the price, but like, I don't know, Zooey Mama, something like that, you know? I don't know. All in all, it was a fantastic day. And with that being said, we are off. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hi, my name is Audrey, and hi YouTube. And now it's time to pay the price.